Hey everybody, I'm so happy to be here. First, I want to give an honor and thank you to God for even making this, making this happen. I want to give a shout out to Little Caesars for having me for the third time. Salita Promotions, my promoter, my manager Mark Taffet. We got Win Records. We got 5120 Entertainment, Papoose support, and just all the media that's here, my fans and my friends. It means a lot, It means a lot. So I fought here last year, I believe, and I knocked out Jonas to become the heavyweight champion. And you guys, never in a million years did I think I would be fighting at heavyweight. It just doesn't sound good to me to be a heavyweight woman. I kind of think of somebody calling me fat or something. And I remember when they told me that we were going to go from, 160 and we were trying to get more fights and none of the girls would fight me. And then they said, well, we're going to go to 175, heavyweight. And I remember telling them, like, why would I go up 2 weight classes for? And I remember Mark talking about you said you're the GOAT, ain't you? And I remember just kind of laughing. And when they announced it, that I was fighting at heavyweight, it got a really big buzz, and I didn't think that it would do that with women's boxing, And then that's when I start finding out about the girls at heavyweight. I see Lani Daniels and Vanessa Jones and Danielle Perkins. And even Hannah Gabriels was up at heavyweight, the girl that dropped me back in 2018, who I won the fight against unanimously. And I just remember, okay, I got some fights there. So the girls at the heavyweight division are not afraid of me, which is good, because the girls who were a little bit smaller, they said that they weren't afraid, but they were very intimidated. So now, as I've been having some of my biggest fights up at heavyweight, now we have, after I just beat a woman that was very, very highly avoided, and I think she was highly avoided by all y'all, and that's Lani, Jonas, Gabriels. Everybody avoided Danielle Perkins. The only person who didn't avoid Danielle Perkins was me. And I went in there and I whooped Danielle Perkins' ass. Okay? So now that we're back here again, we got Lani Daniels. One, I thought the fight wasn't going to get made. Mark sent me an email and he was like, hey, looks like Lani doesn't want to fight. So when he said Lani didn't want to fight, I was like, what you mean she don't want to fight? She told me she wanted to fight. So Lani can attest to this. I DM'd her on Instagram and I said, hey, what's up? Are we going to fight or not? And I said, like, are you scared of me too? And she inboxed me back and she said, yeah, I'm a little bit scared of you, but I can still beat you. That's what she said. And I said, well, I'm trying to give you an opportunity for you to beat me. So let's get the contract done. She said, I'm just trying to negotiate. I said, listen, negotiate your money, but come get inside the ring and prove your point, because honestly, I don't think there's no woman in the world that can beat me in a fight, Clock it. Honestly, I'm looking at Lani. I don't know who's tougher, you or your coach. Yeah, I have been doing my research. And I've been hearing your coach talk more shit than you, Excuse my French, kids, But he said there's a lot of flaws in my game, And I was looking at my film myself and I said, I wonder if he see the same flaws that I see, that I've been fixing. But I hope he's not spending too much time watching film of me and he watching film of Lani. Because that's who skills he gonna have to fix up. That's who he gonna have to get together. That's who make the mistakes. He said something so interesting today. He said, they're not gonna come in there and box against me. They're gonna fight me. She gonna brawl. Baby, you do that, Lani. If you come in there and you let your coach convince you to do that, you're gonna be out quicker than what I thought. I was giving you the round 6. You come out there and try to stand there in front of me and brawl with me, I promise you, you said stretcher today, you will be going out on one. It's best. It's best you use your skills and tighten up that defense and keep them hands up. Because all them other girls you fought against, they may have been a little bit bigger, but they were not as skilled as me, and they wasn't as sharp they wasn't as fast. And I'm trying to tell you, to be fighting here, we're going to fight in front of 19,000 people. I'm going to lay your ass out, and then your coach going to run in there, and he going to try to pick you up. That's what's going to happen on July 26th. I did not come to play around. All these girls do all this talking. What they going to do? July 26th, get your ticket. You don't want to be there late. This fight is like the female Mike Tyson. You don't, because I'm telling you, you don't want to brawl with me. You don't want to do that, but I want you to. I don't think you strong as Lani. I don't think you strong as Danielle Perkins. What do you think? Yeah. You think you strong as Danielle Perkins? Strong or stronger?
I'm sitting here now.
Huh?
I'm sitting here now. I'm fighting you next. I'm not worried about her.
But do you think you could have beat Danielle Perkins? It's just a question.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
She
I'll
said-
beat her.
She says she can beat Danielle Perkins. So maybe after I beat her July 26th, you'll fight against Danielle Perkins, because all y'all girls are scared of Danielle Perkins. And y'all girls scared of me too.
I didn't even know Danielle Perkins before they fought.
What do you mean? Ain't y'all all up at heavyweight?
Yep, but I didn't know who she was, and that's
That mean that you're not-
honest
so-
to God.
That means you just not paying attention to your weight class, because I knew who all y'all was before I came to heavyweight.
You said it at the start that it's not cool to be a heavyweight, and for me it was about fitting my fight shorts, so health is wealth, and that's my fight.
But that was 3 years ago. You've been back 3 years now.
Yeah.
Okay. So that fight's over with. You done conquered that. So we here now. And like I said, it's a fight. It's a fight, and I'm happy that Lani and her team came over. I have a lot of respect for y'all. I really do. I just really hope that when you go to the gym, I want you to know something. I look like this now, right? But up in 5 weeks, I'm going to come with my braids in straight to the back. I'm not going to have on no makeup and no lashes. My neck and my arms going to be a little bit bigger than what they are now. So I'm telling you all this, so hopefully you prepared. And my legs, they a little fat right now. But they're going to be muscular. They're going to be muscles when I see you next time at the weigh-in. So I'm just telling you this, so when you come, don't come looking like what's going on. I'm telling you so you aware. Make sure you go to the gym and you train your ass off. And coach, make sure you watch every last one of my mistakes and you try to capitalize off them, because if y'all don't, it's going to be a real early night. And that's all I got to say. I'll see y'all July 26th. Well, the greatest.